Today we'd like to give you an overview of our KipwareTB software, which is our Machinist Toolbox Software. It's a very handy application to throw out on the PC that you have out on the shop floor, and then you get a whole bunch of formulas that come up, and as well as some other neat features that we'll outline in this video. KipwareTB is sold separately, but it's also included standard in all our conversational software. So if we pull out KipwareM, look at the main screen, you can see there's the icon right here to launch KipwareTB. So if you're creating programs inside the conversational screen, very easy to have access to all the formulas and the power that I'm about to show you that is inside of KipwareTB. But it's also a standalone application. Even if you have the conversational software, it's available as from an icon from the desktop. So if we launch KipwareTB, this is the main screen, and we'll take a look at some of the offerings that are very readily available inside the software. So as I mentioned, there's a bunch of handy formulas there. This is inch to metric, so you can go either way, inch to metric, metric to inch, RPM to surface feet, or surface feet back to RPM. Drill point conversion, so giving it the diameter and the angle of the point. Let's say we've got a ½ inch, 135 point. It's going to tell you what the length of the point would be. So for drilling or for countersinking, kind of a handy application to have available. This one is RPM in number of teeth. You can go from inches per minute to inches per rev or inches per tooth. Either one of these calculations from any of these inputs, you can go to those options. We also have a tap drill calculation, so you can use a chart. Let's say we take something like 1032. We're going to show you the drill that you would have. If you need something a little bit more complex, so let's say you want to go by the percentage of the full thread desired, we also have a formula that you can use. So two ways that you can get the drill diameter, either from the chart or directly from the formula. And again, these are things that are always happening out on the shop floor. You're always looking for these kinds of formulas. KipwareTB puts them right at your fingertips, really easy to get your answers. Here's a handy tool nose radius compensation calculator. So if you're turning and you have an angle or a radius and you want to know how much you need to shift X and Z, as well as change the R value to accommodate the radius on the tool, very easy to come up with a formula here, and it's going to tell you the shift amount based on angle or a radius compensation. Countersink dimensions or hole diameters for cap screws, socket head cap screws, slotted head cap screws, or socket head flat screws. Over the wire measurements with tons of different options to choose from. So if you need to know what the over the wire dimension is for threads, very easy to come up with that dimension here based on standard formulas. And then we've got a polar calculation. So if you need to know an X and Y point based on starting point, angle of the line, length of the line, we can calculate that polar calculation through that screen.